The new dawn and renewal on its own is always possible. It's always possible. In China, they had to go through a new dawn. Many nations have gone through a new dawn. In South Africa, we do not have a leader equal to the task of the new dawn. Cyril Ramaphosa can never lead a new dawn in South Africa. He's incapable. There are things that it's like me standing here, with due respect to myself, of course, thinking that I am going to wake up tomorrow and go and run the 90 kilometers of Comrades Marathon. It's not going to happen. That's a non-starter. So
is the ANC really beyond repair? Or is there still hope for a political revival? After everything we have seen, from Jacob Zuma's chaotic presidency to the party's current state under Cyril Ramaphosa and Fikile Mbalula, many are wondering if the ANC has reached the point of no return. Let's talk about why the road to political oblivion may already be paved. Welcome back to Inkarhi Its Time. If you thought the ANC's decline couldn't get worse, think again. In today's follow-up, we dive even deeper into whether the party can still be saved, or if it's already destined for political irrelevance. With major losses in key metros, internal chaos, and an electorate that's fed up with empty promises, we'll unpack the reason why the ANC seems to be spiraling out of control. In our previous video titled "Stop Ignoring the Elephant in the Room, ANC's 40% decline explained," we touched on the issues, but we weren't explicit enough about the real elephant. Today, we are giving it to you raw, as many of you demanded. So, what exactly went wrong for the ANC? Under Jacob Zuma's leadership, the party faced a series of blows, scandals, corruption, and a failure to deliver on the promises that once made them a beacon of hope for many South Africans. But it didn't stop there. Even after Zuma, under Cyril Ramaphosa and Fikile Mbalula, the ANC's internal divisions, lack of direction, and broken trust with voters have only worsened. We are seeing a party that is fractured beyond repair, struggling to win back the confidence of its supporters. When you lose major metros and can't even rally behind a solid plan to address unemployment, corruption, and basic service delivery, you have to ask, can the ANC ever truly recover? Even with the rise of the MKP and other political forces, voters are making it clear they want real leadership, not more of the same. Are we witnessing the final chapter of the ANC's political dominance, or is there a path forward? Here's the elephant in the room: Cyril Ramaphosa, indecisive, divisive, and seemingly working against his own people. The question we need to ask is, why does he enjoy such strong support from big business and the DA? Despite his supposed allegiance to the ANC, his policies often seem to favor corporate interests over the needs of ordinary South Africans. Now, let's talk about Fikile Mbalula. He may be aligned with Ramaphosa, but we have to wonder, does Mbalula truly have the people's interests at heart? Or is he just another cog in the same political machine that's failing the masses? Critics have long argued that Ramaphosa is nothing more than just a project of white monopoly capital, put in power to serve the interests of the few while neglecting the struggles of the many. This isn't just a conspiracy theory, it's a valid concern. If Ramaphosa and his allies continue down this path, they risk deepening the disconnect between the leadership and the very people they are meant to represent. The question remains, is Ramaphosa truly the leader South Africa needs? Or is he just a figurehead for corporate interests, unable or unwilling to enact real change for the people?
So the problem that Cyril Ramaphosa has is the lack of aptitude for the task that he claims he wants to commit. He cannot do it. You see, I'm trying to make this case. There are certain things I cannot do. For instance, as a young man, I discovered that I don't know how to be a goalkeeper. In fact, for me to discover that I don't know how to be a goalkeeper, I first discovered that I cannot play inside. I cannot be a defender. I cannot be a midfielder. Then I thought maybe in the polls I can try, and I failed. So I am not a soccer player. That's why I ended up playing rugby. I had to accept that I'm not. Cyril Ramaphosa, to put him as president of this country at this hour was a mistake. If we had put him just as an ordinary caretaker, maybe had he taken directly after Thabo Mbeki had made a great success of this economy and everything else, maybe that would have been better. Taking something that is already successful, it doesn't have the fire, it doesn't have the intellectual capacity, the depth, for instance, that Thabo Mbeki, very deep education and training in him. He doesn't have that. Everything is shallow. And the courage to stand your ground against all forces, that courage is not there in Cyril Ramaphosa.
You don't have to struggle to understand what is GNU and what does it mean, GNU, and not say that GNU is the DA. It's a Gezeli DA Jigemnyango. And as we are Gezeli. But why is Gezeli? It's because we did not win power. We did not win outright majority. But it doesn't mean even with the less that we have, we will succumb. We will fight till the end. And you must have faith in our leadership. I sit at Luthuli House, I sleep, I know Matamela will never sell us out in leading the ANC in that GNU. Uyabona kukho omnye umfana apha uthi usayine into yase-Ukraine uyageza uyaphezulu naphansi. Ama-comrade abilile ngaphansi kwekoloro andibilanga tu ngoba ndiphola apha entloko ndiyayazi umongameli akazuyenza laa nto ifunwa ngulaa mfana kasoze andinaxhala. I know the ANC will succeed. This political education is helping us sizinze. We must have confidence in ourselves. Sikwazi ubona wrong no right no thengisa no ngathengisi.
Look, let us be honest and frank. ANC currently is leaderless. There is no presidency in the ANC. There is no center. There is no magnet that brings all the different factions together. And so Cyril Ramaphosa, I think, has failed to lead this glorious movement. And his failure, we can see it now encroaching even into our society. And the confusion that is there is a result of a headless organization. It's simple as that.
I think maybe just to begin off with, Zandile Gumet has been told she can go back to work by the Provincial Integrity Commission. She's facing charges. She has not been cleared by a court as far as I know. Ace Makashule, on the other hand, he's facing charges. He has not been found guilty by a court. Almost same circumstances. The one is told to go back to work. The other one, the recommendation is that he be suspended. Again, South Africans are sitting back and they're scratching their heads.
It is not only Zandile. Mike Mabuya Kulu was reinstated by the Integrity Committee. David Masondo, the Integrity Committee made a recommendation, but the Integrity Committee was told where to jump off. And so, as I am saying, ANC currently is not having the president. There is no one who is the captain of the ship. And I guess the reality now is dawning to the members of the ANC as well to the society. But it seems as if the president that we have is not really interested to the well-being of the organization and also to the well-being of the South Africans. Maybe he's more interested to something that we don't know. But the indications are out there that says his interest is that he must serve those who placed him into power. Because if he was really interested to the well-being of the organization as well as of the country, I don't think that the ANC was going to be in such a chaotic state. Maybe.
The ones who are in Luthuli House now, who are in charge of the African National Congress, as I look around at them, none of them really has got any competitive edge relative to JZ and the MK party, which has brought them into disarray and is going to continue to do so. In the villages there, when we were involved in stick fighting and other fights, there was a time that you say, you retreat, you run actually. There's a time these guys are on the retreat, they are running now. There's nothing that they are going to be able to do. Between now and 2026, they need to accept that they are a small party in KZN, try to reorganize from scratch, because the foundation they built on in this period of post-apartheid period was not a foundation that was independent of JZ. They don't have a foundation in KZN that is independent of JZ. Right now, they've got to run and hide.
So, is the ANC beyond repair? The party's once unshakable grip on power has crumbled, and the road ahead looks uncertain. The divisions are too deep, the leadership too disconnected from the people. South Africans are clearly looking for change, and the ANC is failing to deliver. But is it too late for a comeback? Or is this simply the end of an era? You let us know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more real, unfiltered analysis right here on Inkarhi Its Time. If you are still in doubt about the elephant in the room, just take a look at the cabinet reshuffle made yesterday alongside the rejected KZN ANC PEC report and ask Mutolo. Now, more than ever, it's time for true political accountability and leadership. Let's keep the conversation going. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Until then, stay informed and stay engaged. Thank you for watching and take care.